Welcome back to 30 days of money healing blocks. This is going to be an energy healing session, so stay if you'd like to receive. This session in particular, we're working on flow, both having better financial flow, but also just the flow in your body, the flow of your time, the flow of your life. Okay, they're all related to money. So let's just get started here. Let's see what's coming through. Okay, so your team's been trying to tell you something, and you'll probably know because you might have a lot of tension in the third eye, in the upper head. You might be getting a lot of headaches lately, or just feeling like this like grungy, tight feeling at the top of your head. Just kind of feeling like maybe atmospheric pressure almost would be a good way to describe how this feels. Just like a little bit, it's just a little too tight. And what your team is trying to tell you is sometimes, and they're saying this with so much love, you need to change something to let that money in. Sometimes you've been asking for something, but the steps they want you to take, you're going, oh, no. Oh, no, that's not for me. When in reality, taking that step and just taking the babyest step in that direction, it has long-reaching impacts. Our silly human brains go, oh, this is just money. No, this isn't just money. This is more time, more quality of life, better friendships, better relationships, better health. They come from accepting this thing that they're telling you. And if you don't know what that is, that's okay. We're going to clear the space for it to come in over the next few days. And if you're someone who really struggles with making decisions, watch this video over and over. Save it somewhere, watch it a couple times a day if you can, or even once a day. That's really going to help you. I do have a YouTube as well under the same handle as I have here, where you can just save it to a playlist. So we're going to work on that, on the crown and the third eye. Oh, they are feeling tight. Things to know about your third eye is that's really your divine decision-making center. And so if the crown receives the information, it comes down through the third eye to be expressed. And then the more it comes down, the more it materializes into reality. So if you're trying to manifest something and you don't take the steps that your spirit team gives you, you're going to have maybe a little bit of a bad time. So we're going to keep working on that here. Just deep breaths with me. Just opening you up to higher possibilities for yourself. Maybe a good thing for you to try when this guidance comes through, or even it's because it's going to pop in like just a little thought in your head. And you're going to be like, oh yeah, I don't know where that came from. I'm just going to go on with my day. That's usually how your spirit guides reach you. It's going to sound like your own voice. And it can take some time to figure out if it's your own thought, if it's not your own thought. But if you did not think the thought and it just appeared, there's a good sign. Okay, if you're not consciously thinking through a stream, right? Just working at evaporating that. But anyway, the point that I was trying to get at, as the spirit guides just so lovingly reminded my ADHD ass, they're trying to tell you that it would be beneficial for you if you would just sit in your head and go, well, what if I did do that? Not take action on it yet if you don't want to, but even what if I did? What if I did? What could that lead me to? Just opening your mind up to the idea every time until you're willing to take the idea on would be something that they're recommending. And they also said if you're not sure, take a walk. Take a walk and chew on the idea. Give it a few days until you feel sure, but allow the idea to be in your mind and don't just reject it, because you're actually rejecting your intuition. And they're actually trying to solve the problems for you, but what's happening is you don't like the way they're solving the problems for you. But we don't really get a say in that. Sometimes the answer is just the answer, and it can be hard for us humans to accept that. All right, so just working at clearing a lot of that indecision. There's a lot of anxiety coming up too, distress, gritting the teeth, panic coming through here. Whew. Okay, it's a little sticky. It's a little sticky. Okay, I'm going to get my guides to keep working on that while I work at some of the other pieces in this session so we don't get too much time here. Okay. Now when it's hitting here, it's like, well, I don't want to tell people I do that. I don't want to share my ideas. I don't want to be the person in the spotlight. I don't want to take up that space. When in reality, like your soul's divine gifts, they love to be expressed. And when you express, well, you make more room for money. And you allow that divine signature to be yours on that thing. And it finds the people it needs, and it just keeps creating joy. It's a beautiful thing, but it can be hard for us to take the steps to be willing to see ourselves in that identity of what we want to do in terms of making money. So maybe sometimes the things you want to do to make money are cringe. Cringe is the best. I mean, take that for what you will. I do this for a living. I'm all about cringe, and I have a very healthy view on what it means to be cringe, and I don't care, right? And you should not care. Be free. But it's obviously easier said than done, and I acknowledge that. So we're just going to keep working at allowing the identity to really be onboarded in the throat chakra really fearlessly, and let the soul's blueprint kind of shine through here. Oops, sorry. Maybe I should get a camera stand. Maybe. Okay. There's so much joy in your heart at the idea of living the life you want. You're so close. You've got the guidance you need, and I want to stress that to you. Whatever it is you're doing, like you've got it. You've got it. But the problem is you're not willing to take the steps on it. Baby steps. Maybe asking your spirit guides just at the beginning of the morning, what could I do to bring myself closer to the version of me that would like to do that? And I can't stress subliminals enough. If you don't feel confident, subliminals can really help you, because all that stuff is stuff other people said to you. It's not yours. You deserve to feel good about yourself. Everyone deserves to feel good about themselves. And subliminals can really, really help, because it bypasses your conscious brain, which is just really what we need in this instance. I think for you, like for this particular collective, there's a feeling like I can't ever be financially free. Yes, you can. That's why Spirit wants you to take these steps. They're trying to show you the fastest, most efficient way, and your ego is bucking it because it doesn't want to take space. But the richest people are the ones who take up space, whether it's good or bad, you know? But the most famous people, like especially artists, is because their heart is in it. It's because they took the risk of being cringe. It's because they allowed themselves to be seen. So if you want that kind of money, you have to take that kind of step and just sit on that for a little while. It's scary to do, but it'll be worth it for you. It'll be worth it. And in terms of flow, Spirit is like, your schedule. You don't have good balance. And because you don't have good balance in your schedule, like maybe looking at your food, your water, your sleep, your time with friends, and your creative expression, that's really the groundwork they want you to look at. And movement is a big one. Those kind of like 6 areas, I think 6, those 6 areas, if they are not balanced, money will not stick to you. The reason is because your energy body is actually what holds money, and you only have so much space. We call this an energy container. And if things are sapping out your energy container, you don't get enough sleep, you don't have enough time off, it's just gonna like literally bankrupt your energy container. And that is probably a big reason why, which is why I wanted to create this session. So any way that you can create space for those things, and really like downtime is a big one too, and look at balance, you're gonna find that more money comes to you. And the more that you can express your joy, the fastest route to money is joy. Even if you had the worst balance ever, if you're someone who's so in their joy, then you're gonna be as magnetic as you could be, right? And of course fixing the energy container would really help, but joy and your energy container having enough space are really the biggest things that I would suggest looking at here. And again, if you want help with this, I have a membership called Energy Mastery. I'm a spirit guide mentor. I've been a psychic for 20 years, and I have really worked with spirit guides through the entirety of that. And the biggest thing I've noticed is people need tools. So these are all energy work sessions, energy work, Reiki healing, block releases, all this kind of stuff that you can just kind of show up to. And it also trains you to be more in contact with your spirit team and your angelic guides and all that good stuff. And it's $33 Canadian a month, and it has a 7-day free trial. If you need balance, I would highly suggest it, because those are the tools that I use to balance myself, and I do this for a living. So I really got to watch my energy container. This is my area of mastery, if we will. Okay. You're really balancing that flow out. I think there's a big part of you that feels like if you let go, you won't be able to make money. But actually, when you let go, you make more. When you let go, when you offload, when you organize, when you manage, that's when you bring in more, because your body is not so weighed down. And that would really be the areas that I'd look at. Look at your relationships too. Any areas that are sapping all your energy where you don't have good boundaries, all of that is related to flow, and all of that will make you more money. And all of that will help you have more stability, especially if you're someone who is meant to do what I do. You need those relationships at a good place. Okay, the throat chakra is coming back up here too. It's almost like you're doing a lot of talking and not a lot of receiving for some of you. Like you might work in like therapy, you might do what I do, you might be people facing. You might need some time to just be totally quiet to recharge that battery to be able to get more flow in, because you might not be charging enough for what you do. Okay, I love you guys. If you need any more information, the link is right here.